Hi everyone, it's Laura, and we're doing something different today. I'm super excited. We're going goth garden shopping. So I figured there's plenty of videos out about like Halloween shopping. There's plenty of videos about just going to the nursery and seeing everything that's there. Let's do a combo video of things specifically for the goth garden that can be good year-round. So right now is a great time to shop for those things because it is Halloween time, and a lot of goth things that we use for year-round are selling now. So we'll hit up a couple stores. We're going to go to a couple nurseries. We'll go to a couple of places for goth garden decor, like Home Goods. We're going to hit up At Home, which is one of my favorite places to get goth garden decor. And I think we'll go to Joann's as well, because they have quite a few pieces this year that I really like for the garden. So let's go goth garden shopping. Okay, we're going to hit up At Home first. And they have plenty of Halloween. But I want to warn you guys, At Home is one of the stores that is the absolute earliest. So they put their Halloween out starting sometimes even in May. And when I was there at the end of August, they were actively switching over to Christmas. But these spider webs are what stuck out to me. I really like these for year round. I thought they could even make like a fun trellis maybe, if you did like 3 or 4 of them attached to like a frame or something. That would be really cool. I also really love their statuary. The things that they have at Halloween are way darker, but they have great statuaries in their garden section as well that we will look at. This Grim Reaper was really cool looking. And then in the background, you can see this skull stack with the ravens. I thought that was a really nice piece for a year-round goth garden. Of course, you've got the skeleton. Depends on your style exactly. I'm not really into the skeletons as much. But I also really like their gravestones, and I know this might not seem so much like a year-round item, but I think that there is a place for it. And I especially like this little one with the pretty floral design on the top. Now, this piece that we're looking at is actually the spider web thing that you can see in the background. It's a black metal arbor gate thing. It's huge, it's beautiful, I love it. The white spider web part is not a part of the arch, that's a separate piece, but this arch is amazing. It has great reviews from people that have bought it. It's $200, it says cemetery on top. I love it. I want this so bad. I have just the perfect spot for it. I am obsessed with this gate. They did have some cauldrons, but not the perfect shaped ones that I really like. Like the one that I got this year for my cauldron planter, it did come from At Home, but it's, like I said, a little bit late in the season now for them. So they don't have those left, but these make us a good option, and they were only $5.99, which is really cheap. These bats are so adorable. I could not figure out exactly what their deal was, if they were supposed to be on like a stick or if they're all separated, but I really thought those were great for year-round decor. And then they have a ton of lighting, so little solar stakes to line your pathways. They had these cute little skull ones, and then they also had ones that looked just like candles. They had a few different options for garden pathway lighting that I think is really cute for year-round. This piece, it's hard to tell the scale, but this was actually huge. It was probably like close to 3 feet tall, and I just thought this was super fun. Like, if you're not great at keeping plants alive, why not have a fake plant? Then they had some signage. Now, a lot of it is, you know, Halloween specific, but I did find a couple that I thought would be great for just a goth vibe year round, and this one is definitely one of them. This Welcome Foolish Mortals, if you guys are into the Haunted Mansion, which I am. This is a really good one. They had a lot of garden stakes. These are great for the Goth garden. I really like these like Victorian looking white pumpkins. I love these. Actually, I don't even, now that I'm watching it back, why did I not buy those? I love those. I will do a small haul, very, very small haul at the end of this video. And then this sign I really like. This witch is in sign, just so super cute. And moving on into their garden section, they have so much stuff, you guys, and it's arranged by color. So they have just aisles and aisles of black pots. They have aisles of blue, of any color that you can imagine. Unfortunately, they do not have a wide purple section, which is a disappointment, but they do have a lot of black, and I like that. They have also great selection of trellises and arches. These ones that we're looking at here were anywhere between $19.99 and $39.99. So great pricing. And then here's the statuary section that I was talking about. Normally they have more kind of spread out throughout the store, but because it's about to be the off season, they don't have quite as much. But this is where I buy a lot of my fairies from. They have just really cute things. I love this frog stack, triple frog stack. And again, they have good pricing. Sometimes things are a little bit high and I'm like, what? This place is also known as At Gnome. If you guys watch Jade the Libra, that's what she calls it, because they have so many gnomes. But right now is like low gnome quota. So there's not as many gnomes right now. But they do have a wide selection, even year round, of some great pieces. And there's one line that I especially like that has fairies that have this like a bluish, greenish, silverish look to them that I just think is really, really pretty. So highly recommend at home for your fairy and gnome needs. And then just real quick before we move on to the next store, they also have a really good selection of moss here. They do sell moss mostly at craft shops, craft stores, but as someone who buys a lot of moss, they have a different selection here, and I really like that. So they've got like some barks in there, some different colored mosses. So really good selection of moss for your fairy gardens. Really like their stuff. Okay, let's head over to Lowe's now. And the first thing that jumped out at me at Lowe's was this Pygmy Ruby Barberry from Monrovia. I love the dark foliage on this. This one had a rather short growth habit, so it was only 18 inches high by 3 feet wide, almost like a ground cover barberry. And I think it's really, really cute. I'm just a little bit wary of barberries because I know they can tend to be invasive in some places, and they can also harbor ticks. I also know that Monrovia, though, is a great brand, and so it's probably not a problem, but I would look into it before purchasing it for myself anyway. Next up, we're gonna look at this beautiful hibiscus. Now, these were looking a little bit sad because they're in full sun. Sometimes hibiscus likes a little bit more shade and a little bit more water. But this one was gorgeous. This one is called the Moonshadow Morello Hibiscus, and it has a really nice dark foliage. I absolutely love that. I'm trying to add a lot more dark foliage to the garden for next year. This one is hardy down to zone 5, getting about 4 feet high and 3 to 4 feet wide. And I love hibiscus for its beautiful late summer blooms that are absolutely show-stopping in their enormity. Next up, we're looking at some heucheras, also known as coral bells. This one's called the Frosted Violet. Had a really nice deep purplish maroon burgundy vibe to it. These ones were still in bloom. You can see some bees all around. and I love heuchera. I love heuchera for its color. It also stays partly evergreen for me, so I love that. And then they also had it in a smaller size. It was a different one. This one was called Lava Lamp, which actually I really like the name of that one. But I liked that it came in a smaller container because it's a little bit more affordable, and I love that. And then directly next to it, how can you miss this stunning new lavender that they have? I've never seen this one before. It is absolutely gorgeous. This was called Super Blue Lavender, and you can see why. This is hands down the most beautiful lavender that I think I've ever seen in person. And I wasn't sure if it was on sale, but it was near the sale items that were 2 for $10 perennials. So high hopes for that. Check your local Lowe's. And back in the shrubs, they had quite a few Weigela left. All of these were proven winners too. They had quite a few Weigela left. They had this Wine and Roses, which is a gorgeous dark foliage plant. I actually have one of these at home already. And then they also had a bunch of the crepe myrtles left. Well, not a bunch. They probably only had like 4 or 5 of the crepe myrtles left, but they did have a little bit of a variety. So this one is called the Center Stage Crepe Myrtle, and it comes in a couple different shades. So there's a coral flower, or there is a red, and I believe there's a pink as well. I have had the Center Stage red on my wish list all year, and I've been putting it off, but I think it might be a now or never type situation here, so I'm gonna have to make a decision. But I love this plant. It's got like nearly black foliage, so I'm obsessed, and I need one in my garden. Next up, I just really liked this holly. I think it had really nice dark foliage. This one was called a Scallywag holly, which is also a super fun name. And it just had a really dense form to it. It's a Monrovia. Of course, it's gonna look good, but it also means it's probably gonna be a little bit out of my price range. But hollies are a great evergreen choice for a goth garden. They have that sharpness, and they are just beautiful. And of course, how could we leave without taking a look at the Eclipse Hydrangea? I just picked one of these up a few weeks ago. These are absolutely stunning, nearly black leaves. The flowers are supposed to be like a reddish, mauvish, deep purple. Obviously, it's going to depend a little bit on your soil, but absolutely great choice for the goth garden. Now let's hit up Joann's real quick just to see what they have for yard things, because they do have a few fun yard stakes this year. I got one that is a spider earlier in the year. I'll see if I can insert a clip of it that I am really loving. But now they have these like wind, what do you even call these? Wind spinner things? I'm sure I'm forgetting the word for this. Anyway, they are super cute, and they have one with witches. They have one with little witch legs. They have a bat one. They have a ghosty one. They just have like a ton of options for these. And if you do shop at Joann's, you're familiar with their pricing is not great. So I think these are listed at like $34.99, but you just need to wait for a sale. Right now, I think everything was 50% off for Halloween. You should really never buy something full price unless you absolutely need to. There's always a coupon or always a sale coming at Joann's, so I would not pay more than half price for most of their items. I also really liked some of these urn style, I guess they're planters. I'm not sure if that's their intended use, but definitely would be perfect as a planter. I really like these urn ones, and then the one right next to it, which kind of looks like a trash can, but you could use it as a planter. And then more cool lawn stakes. I really like these lawn stakes, and definitely good for year round because they're just black, you know, they don't really read that much as Halloween. So I really like the bat one. I even like the black pumpkin one. I think that one is cool. And then again, they had some cool signs too. I really like this welcome sign that has kind of more of a celestial vibe. Definitely good for year round. And then I did pop into Home Goods. They didn't have a ton of stuff for outdoors, I didn't really think. I have seen many people post about a couple of Goth benches that they have this year, but I have not seen them in person. This I did think was pretty cool though. It's just like a giant metal spider for outside, or could be for outside. And then they had a couple of these style like lanterns. This one had ghosties on it. And some of them are just like a plain metal pumpkin with a candle holder inside. I just thought these would be kind of a fun choice for a Goth garden like patio or outdoor space that you're kind of trying to decorate. They had a couple little lantern options, and then something more like this, which is kind of like a giant candle holder. Just some really cute stuff. And now we're gonna head over to the Garden Barn, which is one of my favorite local nurseries. This piece here is absolutely stunning. It's an arch, and actually they were selling this piece. It's a purple fountain beach that they trained into this absolutely gorgeous arch. They want $2,500 for it, which is perfectly understandable. I can totally understand all the work that went into that, so mad respect. On to something a little more in our price range. I found this sedum that I really liked. This one is called the Chocolate Ball Sedum, and it has just a beautiful like maroonish burgundy purple. Obviously you've heard me say that a few times. That's kind of like my favorite look to go for. And then they had some ajuga as well, and I am in love with ajuga. I absolutely love it. I have a lot of it in my garden. It's a great ground cover. And again, I find it to be partly evergreen as well. Now, this shrub got my attention immediately. I did not know what it was. I checked the tag. It was a Calycanthus, which is a native to our area. It's also called a sweet shrub. This one was called Burgundy Spice. And I think I need this shrub in my life. Maybe not today. The prices are a little bit high for me at the Garden Barn, unfortunately. But this shrub was gorgeous, and definitely something that I'm going to be looking into for future garden plans, because I would love to add some more natives to the garden as well. Okay, I said that we would do a tiny haul at the end of the video. So let me show you guys what I picked up. I did get this crepe myrtle. This was the center stage red, and it was the last one that they had. And like I said, it was on my wish list all year, along with that eclipse hydrangea. So I just pulled the trigger, you guys. For those of you that don't know, I am a wig maker. I make wigs. And so right now is kind of a busy season for me with it being Halloween. So we actually have a little bit of money, which is kind of a treat for us. So I do get myself a few things. I don't go crazy, but I do get a few things around Halloween time to kind of treat myself, treat yourself, you know. So anyway, so we picked up that, and then I got also the witch wind spinny thing. Windmill? Is that what you call it? I don't know. I haven't decided where to put it yet. I did not pay full price. I told you guys I would never. They're $34.99. They were 50% off. And then I'll give you a little trick here. When you order online for in-store pickup, they almost always give you an extra 20% off coupon. Almost every single time. You'll be like checking out, and they're like, wait a second now, don't forget your coupon code. And that works on sale items as well as, you know, regular price items. So this came out to be like $15, which is a reasonable price for me. So I gotta find a spot for that. Excited. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this goth gardening video. I think I'm probably gonna do more of these goth garden shopping videos if you like them. So let me know in the comments below. You might see a little bit less of me because, like I said, it's super busy season for me with being a wig maker at Halloween time. So, but I have another video coming up that's gonna be a little different also, so stick around for that. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye.